Hey everybody, it's your girl Toya Taylor and I'm back with another video. This is the review of Belle Collective, Season 2, Episode 9. This is the finale episode titled Belle Beginnings and Endings. So we hop into the episode where we left off at Marie's event when Tasha fell through the door and Tamra had to bounce. So after Tamra left, Akeisha felt the need to stand up and let the girls know that look, we ain't finna be handling it like this. If we supposed to be loyal to each other, we supposed to be a collective of Belles, then we need to protect one another. And if Tasha and Tamra needs to speak with one another, then they need to do that in private. So Tasha felt hit, and so she was like, well look, I didn't even know she was gonna be here. I didn't even know who was all invited when I was invited. So you talking towards me, you know. And so Akeisha was like, well, we ain't even gotta talk, I'm finna go. Because at this point, you know, the whole vibe was thrown off. So Marie, she stood in full of shit, talking about not Akeisha, but Tasha, she's been the event manager for many years now. And so that's why we invited her. Bullshit, Marie. Because if that was the case, you would have been inviting Tasha to different events. Why wasn't she invited to your birthday event and all the rest of these events that she was talked about at but was not invited to? Like, let's be real, Marie. And that's why I'm glad Akeisha called it out. And she told her straight up. She was like, yeah, of course I understand that she's the event manager in Blase. But she's also the woman that y'all been talking about for like a week now. Talking about Tamra and Greedy. Like, come on now, let's be real here. So I do appreciate the fact that Akeisha called the bullshit for what it was. You know. But it does make me question, going back to the previous episodes with Akeisha and Tamra, and with them bumping heads because Tamra so-called lied on her about calling the group of girls ugly. It makes me question that. Did Tamra really lie on you? Because, I mean, me personally, I can't see myself going that hard for one out of the collective that has lied on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to stand up and strongly show my loyalty to you when you stood up and strongly lied on me. You know, like, let's be real. So it does make me question, Akeisha, was that really a lie? You know, or was you bullshitting? So moving on from that, after Akeisha left, Tasha was talking to the girls and everything, and she was letting the girls know that she didn't even come to the event on that type of time, which she did. Talking about how she really wanted to talk to Tamra because maybe they could have got a legitimate timeline from when she was fooling with Greedy compared to when Tamra was fooling with Greedy, because, you know, as far as they know, they feel like they was fooling with them at the same time, which I'm pretty sure that they was. Okay. So Tasha poured the girl some tea and said that Tamra knew about Tasha and Damon, because at the time Tamra was engaged to somebody else. Okay. So Letitia and all the other girls, they done dropped their jaws. They looking like, what? You know, like, and it got me at question, Tamra, is this why you been dodging the cameras left and right every time Tasha is brought up, or, you know, all this dodging that you've been doing about Tasha and Greedy? I don't know. Maybe that's why she walked out of Marie's event, because she knew that the tea was about to be spilled about, her engagement or whatever. Excuse me. So that's just a question. Anyways, moving on to the next scene, we go to Latrice and her brother. She's at her brother's apartment right now because her and Cliff, of course, got into it on the last episode about the baby situation when she told him that, I'm not gonna let you dictate my life, so whatever, forget what you saying, I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? So she at that point right now. So she been at her brother's house for about a week, and she's been doing some heavy thinking. She's sitting down now talking to him about everything that she's been thinking about, and basically she's letting him know how she's really not ready to have a baby. But, with Cliff, it's like he want to control things, and he really not trying to hear that right now. So her brother is telling her, giving her good advice, as he should, and basically telling her that, you might get up in age. Sometimes people do choose their career before having a family, and you might get up in age and regret that, or you might not. So either way it go, you need to do what's best for you. Do what you want to do, and let Cliff know that we are equal. Is you not greater than me, and I'm not greater than you. So I agree with excuse me. I agree with Latrice's brother on that. And I do hope that her and Cliff work that out, and that she don't let Cliff stress her the hell out. So moving on, Akeisha is hosting an event. A luncheon, okay? Not a brunch, a luncheon. And she's showing everyone her vision for Fair Street. So she invites all the girls, and she, come to find out, she is basically taking on this vision for Fair Street and doing it by herself. Although she did include Letitia Pearson's enterprise on Ferris Street, but she's not trying to collaborate with Letitia, and I totally understand that. Now, I wish that we could have seen them collaborate. Don't get me wrong, I wish that could have happened, but after seeing how Letitia honestly have not did nothing with the storyline of Ferris Street except for repeat Ferris Street all the time, it's like, this season, I was looking forward to Letitia actually accomplishing something with Ferris Street, being that last season, the first season, was kind of a flop for her. And the fact that you took this season and you basically flopped it again just by running around, just spreading, starting mess and worrying about everybody else, and just all type of she say unnecessary. I don't even understand. Like, it's unexplainable at this point. Like, Letitia has really did a lot this season that had nothing to do with her storyline. So it's like all we really got to see was her flopped marriage with Glenn and her flopped accomplishments or goals for Ferris Street. So I really don't feel bad about Akeisha taking the idea of it all and actually putting it into play. So I'm glad to see that. But I am also glad to see that she did include Letitia at the end of the day. So anyways, back to the scene. So Letitia came through the door with negative vibes, like lately, talking about how she does feel like Akeisha, in the confessionals, talking about she does feel like Akeisha is trying to compete with her on this one, and this and that. Talking about this most definitely giving brunch vibes. Girl, it's most definitely not giving brunch vibes. Okay? Not giving brunch vibes at all. So, now we go to Marie and Letitia at Akeisha's event. They're over there explaining to Tambra about how they didn't know that she never did talk to Taisha. She thought that everything was squashed after Greedy did what he did after the runway event and this and that. So at this point, Tamara, she's just like, look, I have not, me and her have not had a conversation in about 5 years. So I'm just like, I don't know. It sounds like you, I don't know. Maybe you have been known about Taisha. You saying y'all have not had a conversation in 5 years. So it's like, okay, Taisha have been around for 5 years, although she is the decorator. But if you have not had a conversation with the decorator in 5 years, you and the decorator must have fell out 5 years ago. And y'all had to fall out behind something. And that something is sitting in between Greedy legs. So, moving on from that. Tambra had to let the girls know that at this point, she just don't know who to trust. She just don't. She just don't. So, they all congratulated Akeisha and everything, and Akeisha was letting them know that she's not leaving Letitia out on nothing. You know, she included her enterprise on Ferry Street, but right now she's on a mission. This is something that she have to do. Okay? This is something that she feel like her ancestors is calling her to do. And that just is what it is. So, now we see Essie and Marie. And Letitia, they all riding around. They're with Marie, trying to help her find her mom. And this part is very sentimental. It's very deep. And I really feel sympathy for Marie and her mom. And just everything that Marie is going through. Like, Marie is really taking on a lot to not have went crazy by now. You know, so that does show her strength, and I admire that. So, she pulling up to different houses on different blocks looking for her mama. She like, hey, y'all seen Lula? You know, she yelling out the window to different people. Y'all seen Lula? Lula over here. So, I think the lady named Diana or something like that, she pointed out the house that her mama Lula was at. So Marie went up to the house. She said it was a trap house. So she went up to the house and knocked at the door. Her mama came outside, luckily. And so she was like, Mama, I've been worried about you. I've been looking for you. You've been gone for 2 weeks. And she was like, I've been around here. I've been around here with my boyfriend. I ain't been missing. Diane seen me. And so she was like, she started walking up to her mama started to walk up to the car to speak to Essie, because she was like, hey, Essie girl. That's when she seen the camera people, the production people. She was like, oh, I saw them camera people. Don't do that. Why are you bringing them over here? So Marie mama was frustrated about the fact that, you know, you bringing these camera people over here to the hood, and we don't do this over here. Like, you gonna make it hard for me. So by that time, Marie mama, she was telling her, she was like, look, I'm not finna get in the car. I'm not finna get in the truck with you, but you get in the truck and give me $30. And Marie was like, well, come down to Diane's house with me. Let me talk to you. And she was like, you gonna get me down there? So she was like, yeah, give me 20 minutes and I come. So her mama ran in the house or whatever. And she was like, I love you. And so by that time, I'm already knowing that this woman not finna come back out the house. Marie, she still had faith. So she sat there for about 20 minutes. And then production finally called and told her it's best for them to leave because it's not safe to continue to wait over there around the trap house. So yeah. After that, Marie, she rolled off. She was very, very devastated that her mom did not come with her, and she was disappointed. And she said that she's no longer coming to look for her mom after this. So I just pray that everything gets better with Marie's mom on that part. So after this, now we see Cliff. He almost sliced his arm off, y'all. So he called Latrice, and Latrice came running. And now her and Zaddy is back at home. So they're talking and just basically discussing everything about their marriage and their ups and downs and just things that they need to really start working on. So in the midst of all that, Latrice reminds herself that she left her pregnancy test in his bathroom the last time she was there. So she went into the bathroom to take the pregnancy test. And when she came out of the bathroom, they waited and waited. And Cliff, he had high hopes. Latrice, I can tell that, like she told us, she's not ready. So when the results came back, she tested negative and she's not pregnant. Which we already knew that because we'd have been seeing it in the press, in the media, that Latrice and Cliff newborn baby. So we had already knew that the test was going to be negative anyway. So Cliff, he's not really that excited about it, but Latrice, she is. So kudos to that. Now, over at Letitia Pearson's Enterprise, her and Glenn meet up with the marriage counselor at Letitia Pearson's Enterprise. I'm like, this man, he is a marriage counselor and he got his own office. But okay, I guess that's how they doing it in Jackson. So at least they finally put the Enterprise to some good use. So to some use, I should say. I don't know if the use is good. But anyway, so they sitting around with the marriage counselor, and Glenn in his childish ass shirt that he got on, he over there basically explaining about how the reason why he stepped out on his marriage. Some bullshit. Talking about how he felt depressed and he had nobody to basically hold him and this and that. He cried out for help and just all type of help. Because Letitia was like, when did you cry out for help, Glenn? Like, where is all this coming from? What's up? What's going on today? So, yeah, explain. That's when the marriage counselor was like, yo, when did you cry for help? So he explained, like, things that Letitia did not notice he was going through, that he didn't speak on, but he expect for her to just know these things. He expect for her to just read him and his emotions and know that he's depressed without being open about it. You know what I'm saying? But yet still you cried out for help. Man, please. So he basically manipulating Letitia's emotions is what I would call it, and making her feel bad for something that she wasn't even aware of. And so she started to cry and just basically saying how she loved him and she really want to make it work, but she just don't want to get hurt anymore. At this point, she feel vulnerable and she don't want to be put in a position to have to heal again from some bullshit. And I agree with that. But it seems like to me that she's going to work out her marriage, and it's gonna be Letitia and Glenn for life. So if that's what she want, hey, it ain't me. So anyways, now we see Marie. She meets with her brother to talk about their mom and her relapse and just what she went through the other day, looking around for her around town and found her at a trap house and this and that, and just how, excuse me, that's my daughter, and just how disappointed she is at her mom, and she's not going back over there to look for her, basically, because she's just tired of being let down by her mom. And right now, she's going through too much right now to even try to change somebody that ain't ready. So at this point, her mom got to get ready. She got to want it in order for it to happen. And she's starting to realize that. And like I said once before, my heart goes out to Marie and her family at this moment. So now we see So Gucci. She's celebrating with everybody, celebrating her new billboard in Jackson and just her accomplishments and all that she's doing with her real estate company. And I'm proud of So Gucci. And also her blended family, her becoming a grandma and everything like that. And now we see Akeisha. She's also celebrating her accomplishments on Ferris Street. Her and her husband is taking pictures on Ferris Street and just doing it big for the ancestors, okay? And then now we see Tambra. She's looking forward to moving in with Damon, and her and Damon about to start working on a baby. So by next season, maybe she'll probably be pregnant. If that works out for her, and I hope that it does, if that's what she's looking for, you know. She's at that age where it's, your time, it's your what they call it, your time clock is ticking, okay? So it's about time you get started, if that's what you want. So I wish her the best on her baby making journey and welcoming her to motherhood. And now we see Latrice. She's moving her business, Goddess Links, to a different location in Mississippi. Well, I'm pretty sure she's still going to be in Jackson. But she's moving it to a different location. So kudos on that for Latrice. I hope everything worked out for her on that. And last but not least, we see Letitia. She's moving back in with Glenn, just to find out that he done started back texting and seeing other women, y'all. So Glenn ain't changed. He's still the same. And that's all we got for this season of Belle Collectives. And I'll be back with the review of the reunion. Thank y'all for watching. Until then, this is your girl Toya Telly. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also, hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.